Hi, Jewel.
Hi.
Thank you for the time to interview.
Glad to be here.
My name's Brenda. This is my husband, Ron.
Nice to meet you.
And I'm actually named after someone that you have said is your famous person that you admire. Do you know who that is?
Brenda?
Uh-huh.
No.
Brenda Lee.
Oh, I love Brenda Lee. That's cool.
Yeah, my
That's
mom
neat.
named. I don't look like her at all.
Oh,
We've met her
that's neat.
several times, and so just wanted to see if you
That's
remember
really
that
nice.
at all.
Yeah.
We're in Kansas, and Kansas, like Texas, has tornadoes. Have you ever been in a tornado?
I have not, luckily.
We're both very
You ever seen a tornado?
No, just on TV. Just the way I like it.
Yes. You know, for all the time we've been in Kansas too, we've never experienced a tornado.
That's
Thank
good.
goodness. Thank goodness. We hope you don't either. You have the picture?
Yeah.
You remember that this last issue of People, do you know that you're in People magazine?
Well, you don't know you're in there?
Oh, that's nice.
Good. Well, we had a question about this picture. Since you don't know that you're in there, you might be able to answer the question. Because we wondered how that picture was taken, whether somebody
The Ty took it, or?
whether you posed for it, or whether
You
somebody.
must not be on Twitter.
Oh.
I posted on Twitter. We were, me and Amy were at the beach, and we laid out for a little bit, and I was getting dressed, and I was all bent over, and I heard click, 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 and I went, and there's a paparazzi there on the beach. I never thought that would happen. I never get followed by paparazzi, so I just sunk right where I was. I sat down. It was horrifying, so yeah.
Well, it's a nice
I
picture.
got paparazzi.
So it was on Twitter, and so somebody just took it off of that and put it into People.
No, I just wrote about it on Twitter. I was like, I can't believe I just got paparazzi. It's the paparazzi that sold it to the paper.
Okay. They don't have to ask you permission to do that.
Nope.
They can just post it.
That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it was. Who's in bikini shape in November?
Well, they
It
say
was a little
they say-
disappointing.
They say you
Oh,
are.
that's nice.
That's very good. And speaking of bikini shape, I'm sure that Ty admires your bikini shape. But what does he think, or I'm sure he's expressed to you, what does he think is your most endearing quality?
I don't know what he would say, because how can you pick one?
Good answer, good answer, good answer.
He better not be able to find one. You know, I don't really know what he'd say.
What would you say is his most endearing quality?
Gosh, it's hard for me to pick one. My favorite thing about him is he really is a man of his word. If he says, he means what he says. So you can just take it to the bank, and that's rare. And you can take it to the bank for the rest of your life. Like, he doesn't change, doesn't waver. He's like a rock.
Isn't that so important,
It
guys?
is.
It is so important.
It is, and girls. It's hard to
And
find.
girls too. Yeah, and girls too. Absolutely, absolutely. We just got through with Halloween. Do you have any superstitions?
I don't really believe in superstitions.
Good for you.
I don't know. I don't think it can come from my background to believe in superstitions. You have to break through all the barriers, so you can't believe anything can hold you down or hold you back. You know?
Oh, you want to talk about that a little bit? What do you mean by that? You come from your background, you can't really believe in superstitions.
Well, I just think that, and that's one of the best things about America, we don't have to, what we're born into isn't our class, necessarily the way it would be in another country. You know, we can become anything we want to be if we work hard. And I'm a result. I mean, I feel like I get to be the American dream. You know, I went from a bad background, a poor background. I should have been a drug addict, married to an abusive husband, you know, but I think with focus you can push yourself and grow and move beyond it and overcome anything, and that kind of tenacity, you know, it takes believing that. And I think if I was superstitious, I think there's a lot of things that would have held me back. Not just superstitions, but other things I would have taken as, you know, immovable when nothing is, I don't think.
Very good answer. Thank you. That was a very good answer. Do you get nervous when you watch, or I don't think he does it anymore, but when you watch Ty ride bulls?
I would get nervous. I think I had it really lucky with Ty, because he really was one of the best. Never broke a bone in his entire career, which is just unheard of. He was great at gymnastics, and he took gymnastics just so that he could learn how to fall, basically, and how to land on his feet. So I think I was really lucky, because I took comfort in his talent, I think. But it's still just so dangerous. I was really relieved when he retired, and I'm really relieved he retired when he did, because a lot of guys hang on too long, and the result can be paralysis or death. So I was really glad he decided to give it up when he did.
It's a dangerous sport.
Very.
Where'd you get all the courage to do what you did?
I don't know, I just didn't know any better. I don't know. It's funny, I always wanted to be a happy person. That sounds like a really simple statement, but it isn't. Because a lot of us aren't taught how to be happy, you don't even know how. I had no idea. And I had to learn, and I had to teach myself. And then I realized a lot of people don't know how to be happy. A lot of us don't even know what makes us happy. And you'll get things you think are going to make you happy, and they don't. And then you're left with a hole in yourself. So I don't know, I just always really wanted to be a happy person, and I was willing to do anything for that, and it really took me down different roads as I tried to discover what that meant.
Do you think it was just common sense or smarts or like street smarts or intelligent smarts that helped you avoid calamity in your adventures early on in life as you traveled around where other people seem to have, you know, fallen into some holes or taken some different paths? What do you attribute your ability to get through some of those obstacles where others don't?
I don't know, you know, it's such a combination of things, but I mean, racing in bars, that could have turned out disastrous, but for me, the way I interpreted that was you never outrun your problems. You just end up 60 and an alcoholic, and you still have your problems on top of those problems. It's just you added problems. But you never outrun them. I never saw a single person outrun what they had to face. You just prolonged it. And at a really young age, I was able to see that and go, if I have something to face, I just need to face it. And I never did drugs, I never wanted to drink, I never wanted to do things to avoid my pain. But I also had writing as an outlet, you know, and that really helped comfort me, and it helped relieve pressure when I needed it. It was like medicine for me. Then the rest, I think, is just reading. I read a lot. Started to learn what things are interesting to me, what things worked for me, what things didn't. And then try and find good, healthy role models, because you need them. You know, you become what you're surrounded by, but you're born into a surrounding, and you have to learn how to kind of go beyond that and choose other surroundings in some way.
Very good.
Got one last question.
Okay. Speaking of your writing, I love your poetry. And how do you tell, or when do you know the difference between what's going to become a poem and what's going to become a song?
You know, I get asked that a lot, and it's, I'm surprised people are curious about that. You know, it's like knowing the difference between laughing and, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the difference between sarcasm and irony. You just kind of know the difference. Or
It has a certain rhythm to it, and you
yeah,
know the
they're just two
music that
different
goes with it.
things. It has a very different. Poems you can hardly put to music, or I never can. They never fit in the structure. Songs are very structured. They're a little bit hookier. They're a little bit more compact. A little bit more literal, even though you can get away with a lot of poetic stuff. Whereas poems just don't have any rules. They can just be complete abstract and pure thought, kind of the essence of thought. And they just are really, yeah, they just seem real different. It's funny. It's, I don't know. It's like they're just two different things.
Well, they're both beautiful, and I hope you like to eat. Do you like chocolate?
I like all kinds of food.
Carrot cake and lemon?
Really?
Because we have a gift for you
Well,
that includes all three, and you're
you.
welcome to share or keep
That's
it all
so
for yourself.
sweet.
No sharing.
No sharing.
No sharing.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much, Jewel. Appreciate the
That was very
opportunity.
thoughtful of you
Everybody
guys.
wave.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.